Welcome to the show with RJ Rini, where we unlock the incredible energy of culture and creativity. For years, we have talked about how music connects us across the world. But today, we are going live with two people who do not just study the connection, they are the connection. They have taken the beautiful, complex heritage of Indian classical and folk music and given it a completely modern, high voltage sound, all with just their voice. 1 minute they're perfectly harmonizing a very deep Bengali raga, and the very next moment they're breaking the internet with a viral a cappella challenge. Their YouTube numbers are massive, skyrocketing every now and then. Their arrangements are mind blowing, and their energy is absolutely infectious. Please join me in giving the warmest, loudest welcome to the stars who prove that pure talent is the only instrument you need. Antara and Onkita Nondi, the Nondi sisters. Welcome to Radio Zindagi with RJ Rini. And Onkita, thank you so much for being here.
No, it's an honor. Thank you for having us.
Hey, this is Archie Rini, and this is such an incredible moment for all of you fans because you have been asking me about Nandi Sisters, and believe me, like there were so many requests when people got to know that you guys are coming to Bay Area because it's not only that you are the digital diva who just broke into the Desi dynasty, but at the same time, the sweetness in your voice and the charming personalities that you guys are having, and especially the sibling bonding, I think that comes out so naturally, so flawlessly that people are just blown away by whatever you post on social media. So the first thing I really want to ask, like, there must be some moments when you were feeling low and you need that jadoo ki jhappi with like some song. So is there anything in your like both of you can answer separately, is there one single song or the tune, maybe like some advertisement or something that you always feel that okay, whenever I'm low, this is my music?
Tough.
So that means you are not that low.
Usually not that low. But when we are, it's just that since we make a living out of music, we very seldom tend to turn to music to find solace. When we are low, we turn to each other or Ma. Yeah. So it's Ma that we run to for the jadoo ki jhappi together, na Ma.
That's amazing. What happened. I'm so lucky. Seldom I get an interview with artists where the mom is also present. So thank you so much for being here. Very very Bengali question because we all are Bangla. So shop থেকে বেশি বকা কে খায়? Who gets the most of the scolding? And you can validate that. Oh my God. She's admitting it. That's good to know because we grew up in that environment that we really look forward to our parents to correct us, right? So that's good. And then do you guys support each other when somebody's getting the boka or
that Ma always complains যখনই Ma is scolding Didi or something, আমি দিদির team up হয়ে যাই বা দিদি মা যদি আমাকে বকছে দিদি and I we team up when either have each other's back always. And Ma gets really annoyed nowadays. She's like, "Arey, why do you guys team up against me?"
So coming back on our Bengali culture and heritage, but the main thing I think যেটা আমরা বাঙালি হিসেবে we are very proud about is our food and our love for our food, right? So I really want to ask you that what are the comfort foods for both of you? It can be similar to
we'll say together. Aloo সেদ্ধ ডিম সেদ্ধ ভাত.
Oh my God, that sums it up because thank you so much. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
I think there is no comparison with that.
No, absolutely. And with our long tours and travels, every time we're back home, we end up craving aloo seddho bhat. So every time we're back
light
home,
on our stomach.
Yeah. Every time we're back home, the first thing we do is Ma runs to the kitchen. She's like, "Aloo seddho bhat." That's the way to go.
Okay, perfect. And you guys are looking so amazing. I know that you are wearing mekhola today, and that's such it gives that feeling of being there in our own community. I know Asham is so close, our neighbors and all, but you are looking like those. I would say, let's take a time travel. Okay, if in this attire, you are just transported to some, king's darbar. Okay, today, just think about it. What will be the song that you would like to perform today in front of the king?
I would probably sing one of my favorite Thumris. Tuk Tuk's answer will be different, so I'll let you answer that separately.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Please be separate.
I think I would like to perform my favorite Thumri of all time, Jochona Koreche Ari. I love that.
Can you
Tuk
sing
Tuk?
one line of it?
Oh yeah. Jochona Koreche Ari Ashena Amar Bari Goli diye chole jay Goli diye chole jay Lutiye rupoli shari.
Perfect, that's so nice. I think, like after this song, the Raja, the king, will definitely ask for the download button, right? So, yeah, what about you?
I am completely blank.
You
This
just
is
use your
after
charm
after someone saying, "Oh, Jochona Koreche Ari." I don't
you
know
can
what
also
was
sing,
like a
I'm a
song
disco
like
dancer,
Diwani
doesn't
Mastani.
matter, yeah.
Yeah, that could be, but in a Mekhla Chador. Let's just stick to let's just stick to that. It's Diwani Mastani for Tuk Tuk. I have answered on her behalf.
Wonderful. So, would you like to sing or?
Sure. नजर जो तेरी लागी मैं दीवानी हो गई दीवानी हाँ दीवानी दीवानी हो गई मशहूर मेरे इश्क की कहानी हो गई जो जग ने न मानी तो मैंने भी ठानी कहाँ थी मैं देखो कहाँ चले आए कहते हैं ये दीवानी मस्तानी हो गई हाँ दीवानी दीवानी हो गई.
Wow, wow, wow. Of course, like amazing. Like he'll be Divana. I can definitely vouch for him. Whoever the king or queen or, like every people in that court as well. So, I was listening to you guys and I was thinking that when like you are in the digital world, right? This is the digital age, and I know because I am doing this radio show for the past 14 years, and I know how difficult it is to maintain the quality. And for you in this, very short-lived age, you have been there consistently proving, just bringing the greatest and the greatness out of you. So how do you how much time do you think that you take to plan and deliver, and how do you measure that okay, this is something which probably will make the people happy? I won't say that blown away or something, because it's always a little bit of uncertainty, but when you put something out in the world, it's a lot of pressure because you don't know how people will perceive that.
You're right, but honestly we've never really planned that much. Initially probably yes, during the balcony concert days definitely, but now I think what we put out is mostly what we relate to the most, or what appeals to us the most, whatever we are feeling in the moment. And about content or music in general, I don't think you can really foresee what the reaction of the audience is going to be and accordingly plan, because then it becomes more like hankering for attention than really making art. So the focus I think has to always be making the art for the sake of the art and not for the attention, because the second you start running after views or likes or numbers or sales in general, that's when your quality is compromised, because now you're no longer concentrating on what you should concentrate on more, which is the quality of your art. You're running behind the numbers. So I think that's never been the case for us, at least so far. And I think I've answered your question. We've always tried to post or put out what we have connected with the most, what we have felt at the moment. the most.
That's amazing. And, I would say the listeners, this is something probably to learn as well. I won't say, as they say that they don't want to advise, but I think this is something to learn as well. Just do what you do the best and do not think about others and how they're going to perceive it. So that's a great learning that listeners are going to take today. How did you start your journey together?
I mean, I think the duo was formed the day she was born. Yeah, that's how it happened. So for us, our pastime, our everything was always together. So there wasn't ever a conscious thought put behind us doing this together. I think it naturally happened. But for Unkita, I think I pretty much knew this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to become a musician. But for Tuk Tuk, me coming to the music field happened after COVID, after our balcony concerts became viral. So I started getting a lot of validation. So that was like my push to get into music. So yeah, and it's fun. It's fun. It's a great. It's a lot of fun when we're doing it as siblings together, because there's so many things that we don't really have to decide, think about. We're just naturally in sync. Yeah. So it just works out.
You have had the opportunity to work with A.R. Rahman.
Right.
So what was your experience like that, and how did it shape you as an artist?
Every time that I get to work with Rahman sir, it's a huge learning experience. He's an ocean of music, and there is something new to learn from him every encounter that I have with him. I've been very fortunate to, I think both of us, we've been very fortunate to receive training under him. I was 14, she was 11.
Wow.
Yeah, we were trained under him as teenagers, and then I started working with him. My breakthrough into the world of music, I think, as a playback singer, happened under his tutelage. He gave me my first break for a magnum opus called Ponniyin Selvan in Tamil, and it was that song that I sang for him that won me my Filmfare. So it's been, I don't know how to really put it into one word, but it's been quite an experience. I mean, dreaming of working with him, to finally getting to work with him, to now calling him my godfather in the industry. We've come a long way, and it's been a huge learning experience.
Yes. And we are really looking forward to seeing a glimpse of that.
Oh, for sure,
Really
for
nice.
sure.
Yeah. And you have so many fans here in the Bay Area, and Anik Jon ekhane mane they've been here for a long time, and their only way to connect with their roots is through art and music and cultural celebrations, of course. So did you ever imagine that your music will have such a big impact on the international community, like around the globe?
No. We dreamt of
how
it.
does
We
it
dreamt
feel?
of it, yes. We dreamt of it for sure. But we didn't see it happening so soon.
Right.
And we're grateful. We're so grateful, especially to the people who've watched our content. Because see, our journey started on social media.
Yes.
And most of the people that do know us today know us because of the content we post on social media. So first of all, huge thanks to all the people who took out time from their busy schedules to watch our videos,
Share
to
our
share
videos,
them,
yeah.
send it to their friends, and tell them about us. Just because they did that, now we've traveled all the way from Mumbai to here to sing for all of you. So all the credit goes to our viewers, our well-wishers. Because I remember there was a time that we stopped believing in ourselves. That's when our viewers believed in us. So, bolte na Janta Janardhan. It's just that.
Perfect. So we won't take much of your time. Before we wrap up, we just wanted to ask, like, Bay Area is so diverse. We have so many cultures here, and we are lucky to be here in the Bay Area. So what is your message that you would like to share to your fans or to the diverse people in Bay Area? What would be something that you would like to say, your message?
I don't know. That's such a wide question. To people my age, I don't know. I don't think I'm in a position to really advise people. But from what I've learned in my journey so far, our journeys so far, I think one thing that we know for sure is that if you've had the courage to dream, then also muster the courage to follow it up. And if you really do put hard work and massive hard work, it happens. हो जाता है. हमने करके देखा है, like Zakir Khan says, हमने करके देखा है. टाइम लगता है बट हो जाता है. सो इफ़ यू पुट योर माइंड इनटू समथिंग, जस्ट पुट योर हार्ड वर्क बिहाइंड इट एंड यू विल बी देयर. Also be mindful of the people that you keep around. The people who stand by you in your tough times are the real ones.
The question I want to ask next is kind of cliche though, but I know that you have been collaborating with a lot of people. Okay, so if given a chance that you can collaborate with somebody well known who's not from India, they can be a meme artist, they can be a K-pop, like boy band. Who do you think that you are really looking forward to, and what will be the song that you want to connect to them to collaborate?
We were actually discussing this morning, probably Ed Sheeran.
Yes, we love Ed Sheeran's music, but I've sort of grown up admiring Adele.
Oh my god.
And it's very utopian an idea. It's a dream, but I wish someday I can be in her presence, and it's a dream to someday be able to collaborate with her. It's a very far-fetched dream, but it is.
You never know. Dreams do come true. But at the same time, is there a song in your mind that if you meet Ed Sheeran or if you meet Adele, then from my side, I would like to have this song on the plate. Is there anything like that?
I don't think so. I think we'd like to create
Create a
something.
new song with them. Yeah.
Definitely.
So, if given a chance to fuse Bengali folk song, because you do amazing fusions, okay, people cannot even think about that, and you just come up with that. So, if I say that, okay, if you can fuse a Bengali folk song with, say, do you wanna build a snowman? So, is there anything like that comes your mind in a second?
That takes time.
It
That
takes
definitely
time.
takes time.
right?
You need to
Yeah.
keep listening to the song on loop and then see what you're feeling at the moment. It's a process.
Yeah.
It's a
So
process.
you take time to decide that okay, this goes with that, and who kind of how can you come on a conclusion, because you are two different souls. I understand you have great chemistry in between, but what is the procedure that you kind of pick out? Okay, this is the song.
Or we
that you-
brainstorm together. Whatever the idea is, whatever it is, whether it's a mashup or we are working on an original together, we sit, we brainstorm. She throws in ideas, I throw in ideas, and then we find out whatever works the best.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great to know. And so I see that you have great bonding, but I know that every performance, or actually for every performer, I would say, Riwaz is something very important.
Yeah.
And you both, I know that you probably started your training long back, and she then joined. So I know that Riwaz is very important. We just tell everybody to that, but is it every morning you do the riyaz, or you have that riyak moment as well when you really
never,
do not want
never,
to
never,
do
never,
it?
ever.
So you are very, very serious about your riyaz, and there is no snooze moment that
No.
today I don't want
As
to do
a
it.
kid, for me, as we already mentioned, since I never had the pre-plan of coming into the music line, so I used to run away from Riyaz. Didi used to always pull me. She used to scold me, "Je na tumi eto bhalo gao. You have such a nice voice. You sing in pitch. You don't even have to put such a lot of efforts. Then why don't you sit with me and do the Riyaz?" But eventually that kind of faded away. Right now I'm a little more serious.
I will give you that. Okay.
Oh my god!
And,
Such a great big sister you have.
Honestly, I'll actually I think in a lot of interviews I've actually accepted this, and I will accept it 100 times more if required. Had my sister not forced me into singing, I would not sing. জেনুইনলি আমি আজকে যতটুকু সুর বুঝি, যতটুকু গান গাই, যা তাল বুঝি, যা জানি, দ্যাটস বিকজ মাই সিস্টার স দ্যাট ইন মি।
Also, I think I've tried to sort of guide a few other people, but she's my best student. I never had to really work very hard with Tuk Tuk, and I think arekta boro byapar holo, since I'm the elder sister, I dominate her and she takes all the dominion.
And then she's a great
student.
Great student, a great
Yeah.
younger sister as well.
100%,
because I'm
yeah.
So how did the dancing started?
Oh, dancing! That's
me.
actually that's all Ma.
Yeah.
So Ma was Shri Biju Maharaji's student. She was a Kathak dancer. She was a Doordarshan artist when Doordarshan was the only channel. and then she lost her cartilages of her knee, and that's when she stopped dancing. And Ma had always felt very strongly about dancing because she thought that after a certain age, for whatever reason, you end up giving up dance, whether it's physical ailments, or after you get married you get busy with your kids or something, and dance will get discontinued. So she never really wanted us to take up dancing at all, but Tuk had other plans. She was always,
I'm like haldi powder basically. I will do everything. I've done dancing, acting. I used to play chess. I've played state level. I've played badminton. I was an athlete. I was everything basically.
that she was.
So there was this one time Didi had a show in Rourkela. Ma and Didi were out station. Ma and I, we have had rigorous discussions about this, that she was completely against me going for a dance class. As I saw the moment Ma is not there. I spoke to my dance teacher, said,
And she
I'm coming. I went to her home, took admission, came back home, and I called Ma, kalke theka ami jacchi, dance class. I was like, what?
So that's how dance happened.
I feel so connected right now because that's exactly what happened with me. My mom also told that, because I did everything like you said, okay? So my mom said, dance does not stay with you, but singing stays. Somehow, I continued everything. I really want you to say something for your mother. Usually, we just take them for granted. We know that we love them, and I really want to take that opportunity because she's also here. So if you can just both separately say something that you really feel about your mom,
I think whatever we say, how much ever we say, it's not going to be enough, because if there is one person who is a complete package for us, an all-rounder, which is very difficult to be, which is, to me, it's impossible to be. The one person we have seen is Ma. She is the reason we sing. She's the reason we completed our education. I'm a master degree holder. She just finished her engineering. She's probably going to pursue her master's very soon. She's the reason we had the guts to dream big. She's the reason that we now dare to run after our dreams. She's the reason we never gave up. When we are busy doing music is, in the time when especially we were growing up, and before, music was never looked at something that could be a full-time career. Engineer ho, doctor ho, lawyer ho, singer ke hoy. In times like that, my mom fought with the entire world to convince that my daughters are going to be musicians and they are going to be one of the best. When nobody had trust, Ma had trust. She is the only person who I have seen who can manage everything, who has 20 zillion things in her mind, and she exactly knows what's happening when, what is to happen. So she's like our momager, like we call her. She manages our work, she manages home, she manages her personal life, her career. I don't know how a person can do that. But
Didi and I, we practically just come on camera and sing.
Yeah, the
rest of the
entire
things,
brain is Ma.
everything is
We're just
Ma.
the face. So I watch all these superhuman movies and I'm like, nah, you should come
stand
look
a
at Ma.
chance.
Yeah, you don't stand a chance. So to me, the term impossible is equal to Ma. What she can do, I don't think there's many people who have the ability to do that. So we have, respect is a very small word for it. It's mostly disbelief when we see people. How do you do this? And one day, hopefully, we will have our lives. And I'm scared. Because I know
this is the benchmark.
that's the benchmark, and we know we will not be able to do 1% of it. So, yeah, I think we've said enough.
That's amazing. I believe that this is how every kid should feel like, and every mom should feel like, so proud of their kids because they have been taking time in whatever you guys are achieving in your life. So won't take much of your time. I would really like for you if you can just say our listeners listen to Radio Zindagi with RJ Rini, and our tagline is Jieja.
Jeja, okay. So Radio Zindagi with RJ Rini. Okay. Hi everybody, Namaskar. This is Antara.
Namaskar, this is Ankita.
Please don't forget to listen to Radio Zindagi with RJ Rini. Jieja. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Jieja.
Thank you so much, and that wraps up our show with Arjarini. I hope you have enjoyed, and please, like always be with them, because not only that I found two beautiful singers and beautiful dancers, but today I found two beautiful human beings, and that's what matters to me a lot, as all my listeners. So thank you so much for seeing or listening, and thank you so much for being on here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.